Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial video for you. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a lighter cycle, or a small motorcycle that's made completely out of the components of two lighters. It's pretty cool. It'll only take you, 10 or 15 minutes, cost you $1, $2, $3. It's pretty cheap, pretty fast, it's fun, it looks cool, and it's pretty awesome all around. So go ahead and get started. Went down to the dollar store, got a pack of 3 lighters for $1. If you don't have a hot glue gun, you'll also need one of those. I have my hot glue gun right here. It only cost me $10, so really not an expensive project. Go ahead and open this up. So the first thing you're going to need to do is take apart 2 lighters. Now I've already taken apart one. Here's my little part box. You can see these are all the components you're going to need from the top of the lighter. So I'll show you with this lighter real quick how to do that. The first thing you're going to do is take off this little metal rim right here. It bends pretty easily, so it should just pry right off. That's not going to be a problem for you. Put that in the part box. Next you need the wheel right here. If you just pop it right out of the plastic again, it comes out pretty easily. You saw that, and then the flint will fall out as well. You don't need that piece for anything. You don't need to keep that, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that away. Next you'll pull off this little back button here. That'll come right off. Then the front adjustable piece. And I should point out that this isn't going to work with Bic lighters. You need these lighters that have this piece on the front of them, the part that adjusts the flame. So we can go ahead and throw that away actually too. We don't need that. This little spring's going to fall out again. You don't need that piece either. Throw that away. The next piece you're going to need is this plastic part right here that goes around the top of it. I've noticed that these are on pretty tightly, at least on this brand of lighter, and they can be kind of hard to get off without breaking. And I found that if you take a little tool right here, anything, like a razor or something, and stick it in there, it'll come off a little more easily. And you just, you're going to have to use some force, but whoa, it'll go flying like that sometimes. That's like the 4th time that's happened to me. Thank you. But here it is, and you can see I got it off without breaking it. You might just have to go find it if it flies off. Sometimes it pops off better than that, but as long as it's not cracked or damaged, you shouldn't have a problem with it. So we're going to keep that piece. Next, you're going to need to let all the butane or whatever out of your lighter. So what you're going to do is start twisting this little piece right here. It's a little plastic piece that makes a little valve in here, and you're going to start turning it. And I'll just show you what that's going to look like. It's going to start bubbling, as you can see right there. And it actually releases some pretty nasty gas, so I'm going to go ahead and do that part outside. And I'd suggest you do that too, so I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Here you see I have the little valve, just completely unscrewed it. And once it was off and all the pressure was released, just dumped anything else that was left in there out. Most of it will evaporate. When you're dumping it out, you need to be careful. You're going to have 2 more pieces fall out of it. You need both of these, as well as this piece, so we'll keep all those. Now, this is really the only component. I mean, you have to take apart the whole top of the lighter, by the way. You can get rid of this. But this is the only component inside the lighter that you actually need to pull apart further. So you're going to go ahead and grab some pliers and just grab onto the metal part. And you see here the little brown plastic piece. It could be another color, but it'll probably still be plastic. And just go ahead and twist that. There you go, so it'll come apart pretty easily. You can pull this out of here. You need both of those parts. You do not, however, need this piece, so we'll go ahead and throw that away. Keep both of these. And we're ready to start making the front of our lighter cycle. So, you have these here. One's going to be the front, one's going to be the back. Doesn't matter which is which. Go ahead and grab the little wheels that sit on top of the lighter when it's together, and just stick those back into place. Those are going to make up the wheels for your lighter cycle. And you can see they still spin. They will spin when this project is finished, which I think is pretty cool. Snap those back in. Go back in just as easily as they came out. Not a problem. So you're going to take whichever end you choose to be your front end and start making the front of it here. You're going to grab one of these. You're going to make sure you have the little hole here facing up. And you're going to take this little plastic part and just stick it through there. And you'll see how that goes in just a second. There we go. Just like that. Make sure that's on there pretty well. Grab the other one. This time, instead of facing up, you're going to make the holes face downward. And just place that right over the one that's already on there. just like that. And there you go. So go ahead and set that aside, and we will come back. Oops, didn't get the wheel in there all the way. There we go. Come back to the back of it, and we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to make the exhaust for that now. And that's going to be made up of the pieces that you took apart from that valve, which is these right here. And what you're going to do is take the two of them. You see how it has a pointed end there and a flat end here. And what you're going to do is put a little glue on the flat end and then just stick them together, and I'll do that right now. And this really doesn't take much glue at all. It's just a tiny little dab right on there. And stick that there. Once you've done that, that is what you should have. So that's pretty simple, pretty quick. Go ahead and just do that again. Same exact thing, little glue, and put it in there. Nice. Okay, so now you have those. You just need to stick them into here. So what you're going to do is put glue on the tip here, and you're just going to glue it right in there in the back. If you're looking at it, you see how there's the long side here and the short side right here. You want to make sure to go ahead and glue them into the short side. So, a little glue on the tip there, and jam that down in there. There you go. Another thing to be careful for is not to put too much glue on that it gets stuck down here on the wheel, stop the wheel from spinning, so that would kind of suck. Go ahead and do it again. Just a little bit of glue. And there we go. That's actually like my favorite part of these little lighter cycles. I think the little exhaust things look pretty awesome. So there you have that. So your next step is going to be to glue these two pieces together. They're gonna once you've done it, they're gonna fit together right about like that. So what you're gonna do is take some glue and put it right down in here. Show you that. So there we go. Take this piece and right about there. You want to leave a little gap in between those two little plastic parts that are sort of sticking out, the little rods that stick out. Make sure they're not touching, because you're going to have to slide your seat in under this one. I'm going to hold that for 15 or 20 seconds just to make sure that it's hardened sufficiently and it's not going to fall apart as soon as I start moving it and using it. So, and there we go. That's probably good. Next I'm just going to put a little glue under here just to make sure, a little extra. There we go. And that should hold together fairly well. I haven't had too much trouble with them falling apart or anything. Oh god, it keeps getting stuck to my hand. Alright. So, this is what we have so far. Next things we're going to need to do are the seat and the handlebars. So for your seat, like I said, you should leave a little bit of room in there. And your seat is just going to slip right in between and sit right back there like that. And you can glue that in there if you want to. I'm not going to do that right now, just to save a little time. It kind of does just snap in there. Oh, or it snaps back out, either way. There we go, yeah, see, so it just sort of snaps in there. Usually, if I wasn't making a video, I'd take the time to glue it in, but we'll just save that right now. So the next thing you're going to do is your handlebars. You remember these other two pieces that you took out from underneath the valve, and you're going to go ahead and you see how this metal part here just kind of slides around on them? You want that to stay stationary, so what you're going to do is take it right here, grab your glue gun, just give it a little dot of glue, slide it up, and then pull off the excess glue. And that's what you have right there, that's what you want. And again, you're just going to repeat that exactly the same way with the other one. Little dab of glue, slide it up, pull off the excess glue while it's still pretty soft, pretty easy to do. Next thing you're going to do, obviously, these are way too long to be your handlebars, that look ridiculous. So you're going to cut them right under where the metal part ends. There we go, there's one. And there's the other one. you're going to end up gluing those on right here in the little plastic pole that's sticking out. And this is really the part that I've had the most trouble with. You know, it's kind of falling off when it gets bumped and messed around with. So maybe a little extra glue on there just to make sure it stays. Stick it right about there. There's one. And there's the other. So at this point you're almost finished. The last little step we're going to do is to add a light to the front and to the back of it. Now the last step is going to be to add a little light to the front and back. Now the lights are going to be made of these two little pieces right here, which sat above the little stems that you use to make your handlebars. They're just little flat metallic looking discs. All you need to do is take your glue gun, put a little tiny dot of glue right on the back there, and just stick one to the front of your lighter cycle. I actually used a tiny bit too much glue there, so I'll pull that off. And that's one thing too, you know, when you're finished, is you're going to want to go around it and just clean it up a little bit, pull off the little strands of dried hot glue and stuff. So anyway, go ahead and do the back the same way. Just a little dab. Stick it onto the back. And this is what you should have. So yeah, you know, after you clean it up a little bit and whatever, you will have your pretty awesome lighter cycle. You can see mine still has plenty of little hot glue things sticking off of it, but I'll worry about that when I'm finished here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Wheels still spin, everything. They're awesome. Doesn't take long to make. When you're actually building them, if you want to, before you put it together, you can spray paint some of the pieces different colors, do whatever. Just have fun with it, you know. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That would be awesome. Go ahead and watch some of the other ones. There's plenty of cool stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and visit my blog. There should be a link in the description. So yeah, thank you. And have fun making these things.